The month is almost over again, so it is time to pick my August TBR. And I already did that. I picked 12 books that I want to read. So let's start with the books that I already started and will continue in August. The first one is my Thursday Read With Me book at the moment. It is Yesteryear by Carol Clay Burke. At the moment I'm filming this, I've read around 100 pages of the book, but at the end of the month I will be halfway through the book. So I have around 200 pages left to read in August. And what I can say here so far after 95 pages is that I'm really enjoying the book. But Natalie, the female main character, is definitely not a likable person. She has a lot of flaws, a lot of problematic behavior, and I like to dive more into that, which I will do soon. And after Yesteryear, I decided that I will pick up Nocticadia by Carrie Lake. This is a gothic fantasy romance, which is all I know about the book. A lot of people loved this book, including one of my friends that recommended the book to me. I finally bought the book in my big unboxing video that came up a few weeks ago. So I am ready to read this now and start my gothic romantasy era, because I not only have Nocticadia on my TBR, I have more books by Carrie Lake, and a friend of mine also is publishing a gothic romantasy in September. So maybe I will read more of that in September then. And as I said, starting with Nocticadia here, reading the first 100 pages in August, and will continue the book in September. And I will also continue my Sunday Read With Me book that I started in July now. I've read the first 400 pages so far, so only 1000 pages left. With 100 pages per week, that means I will continue not only in August now, I will also continue in September. And I think also the first week of October, which is okay. I will take my time with these massive books and find my way through the Stormlight archives here. I still enjoy my time with it, but I think it is also good that I only read it in little chunks each week, because there is a lot going on, and sometimes I need some time to process all the information I got in the 100 pages I've read, or to let sit some things that happened dramatically. So I can't wait to continue here. And as always, I will write down my comments in the Discord I made for the whole Cosmere universe. And if you're interested, feel free to join this Discord. The link is always in the description of the Read With Me videos. So, after we had the Read With Me part now, let's talk about the ebooks that I want to read in August. There are two. The first one is my arc of Taipei Story by Rebecca F. Kuang. I'm still so happy that I received this arc over NetGalley, and I am very intrigued by the whole premise of the story. Also a little bit intimidated to read it now in English, but I also read Babel in English, so I know I can do it, and I will take my time with it. The official publication date is in early September, and my goal is to finish until then to give you my review, but I think I can do that. And as always, I hope I enjoy my read here. I have high hopes. It is one of my most anticipated books of 2026. So, fingers crossed that I will love it, but I will let you know sometime in September. The second ebook I want to read is a new release in August. It is Devil by Sierra Simone, the newest and probably last book in the Priest series. So it is a spicy taboo romance with a lot of focus on religion. And I enjoyed most of the books before in the series, so I can't wait to continue. And I plan to do that right away because I really try to keep up with my series, to catch up to new releases right away so I don't fall behind again, which I did a lot in the past 10 years. But I definitely got better in that since I joined YouTube, since I started my final chapter series, where I concentrate on continuing series that I've started and try to keep up with it. So I will do that. And maybe I can already put Devil in my planned final chapter video for the end of August. And before we get to the 5 physical books that I have here that I will add to my TBR, let's talk about the books that I will receive probably this week. They aren't here yet because they are new releases. The first one is The Gilded Blade by Jennifer Lynn Barnes, the final installment in the whole Inheritance Games universe, and the last book in the Grandest Game trilogy. I am super, super excited to read this book. So excited that I couldn't wait and already bought the ebook because I didn't know when the print will be coming. Probably tomorrow, but I didn't know that when I bought the ebook copy. But I can start right away when I finish my July TBR because after the end of the last game I've read in the Inheritance Games universe, I need to continue. I need to know what will happen in this final book. I need to know how the story will end and how everything will be concluded. So, as I said, I am super, super excited to read this book and will make it one of my top priorities in August. And the other book that I don't have here yet is An Echo of Things to Come by James Islington, the second book of the Lycanius trilogy. I've read book one now in July, A Shadow of What Was Lost, and really enjoyed it. It is high fantasy, it is super entertaining, but it is also a lot. So, a lot of world building, a lot of informations, a lot to take in. But I enjoyed my time with it. I enjoyed my buddy read with my friend Michelle and will continue reading the series as a buddy read with book two. And the German edition I'm waiting for here will be published on July 31st. So this week, on the last day of July. So we will dive right back into this world the moment I'm having the book here. And it depends a little bit on how fast I can read the book, but maybe it will also be included in my final chapter vlog that it is planned for August. If not, I can include it in the next episode. We will see. I don't stress about it too much. It is more important that I enjoy the books than finishing it on time for certain vlogs. But I can't wait to continue. and see how the characters will grow, will change, with what James Islington will surprise us. Because so far I know nothing about book 2 and 3. I just know it is the trilogy James Islington wrote before the Will of the Many series. So we will see in the end, when I finished this series, which one of the series will be my favorite. So far, I'm staying with The Will of the Many, but we'll see if book 2 and 3 of the Lycanius trilogy can change that. And now I have 5 more books to talk about. The first 4 are a complete series. It is in English, The Marriage to a Billionaire series by Jennifer Probst. These books are very, very shiny, but I want to read them now in August. They are part of my 26 for 2026 list. And I can say I already started with book 1, which is The Marriage Bargain. I'm not reading these German copies. I decided to read the books in English. So this is the English cover. And I already started this book. Just wanted to take a sneak peek here on what I can expect from the series. And that means I'm already halfway through book 1 and will probably finish it before the end of July because it is a super quick and easy read, and I enjoy my time with it after a very rough start. But more to that in my next 26 for 2026 vlog. And I still include book 1 in my August TBR because you never know. I probably have a friend over for the last day of July, so I don't know how much I can read in this time. So we have The Marriage Bargain, we have here The Marriage Trap. Book 3 is The Marriage Mistake. And the final book, book 4, is The Marriage Murder. So hopefully I can read them all in August. I think that is doable as book 1 is such a quick and easy read. And what I can also say here is that book 1 and 4 are 2 of the oldest books on my TBR because I both hold them in 2015. I think I won book 4 and then acquired book 1 because it was on sale. And 1 year later, in 2016, I got book 2 and 3 to complete the series, but haven't read it since yet. So I will change that now. And now I have 1 book left here. It is the first book in the World of the Loopy series. In German, the series is called Wolf Shadow, and this is book 1. The English title is Tempting Danger, and I decided to do my reread here in English because, yes, book 1 is a reread. Not only book 1, but also book 2 to, I think, 8, because I've read them years and years ago. And book 9 is on my TBR, also one of the oldest books on my TBR, because I also hauled this book in 2015. But I know this is a continuous story with the same characters over all books, and I remember next to nothing about the series because I probably read it in 2010 or so. So a long time ago. And I know in the World of Loopy series, they translated 10 books to German, but that is not the completed series. There are more books, which is why I decided to start my reread in English. Because if I still like the series and want to continue after book 1, or even after book 8 and 9, I have to continue in English because the books are not available in German. And I hate to switch languages in a series because that is always confusing me, especially in fantasy books because of the world building and the things specific to this world. And what I can say here as a teaser for the series, I already took a sneak peek in Tempting Danger. I've read chapter 1 in English, and it is a urban fantasy with romance and with a big suspense plot because we start with a murder here, and our female main character is a detective who needs to find the killer, and her first suspect is one of the Lupi, so one of the werewolves, and not only one of the Lupi, he is the prince of the Lupi. So I am interested to continue after this first chapter. I am intrigued. That is a good sign, at least for book 1. But I remember that I enjoyed the series back then, and fingers crossed that I will still do that now. Which means this here is all we have right now, plus the 4 books that I don't have here yet or have an ebook format. So 12 books in total to read in August, which is doable for me. Not a complete challenge like in other months. But if I have time in the end of the month, I have a project in mind that can fill my time up, no problem. It is also a YouTube project, but I won't say more to that now because I don't know if I can do it in August, but I definitely plan to do it at some point this year. So stay tuned. It will take some time to do it. So you need to be a little bit patient here. And all I can say is now, I hope I see you again in my future vlogs, in my past vlogs. Feel free to watch and enjoy them. Like this video if you wanna, follow my channel, and I will see you next time. Bye!